this is Riley's Maths Videos. This is a video for set theory, and we're looking at Venn diagrams and looking at problems with three sets. So this is one of those word questions where you're told a whole load of information about three different things, and then you have to make a Venn diagram and answer questions using the Venn diagram. Okay, so in this particular question, 60 cinema goers were asked if they liked horror, action or comedy films. And we're told that 28 liked horror, 25 liked action and 34 liked comedies. 17 liked horrors and action movies, 14 liked horrors and comedies, 15 liked action movies and comedies, and 10 liked all three. So the first thing we have to do is to draw a Venn diagram. So our Venn diagram is going to be quite well spaced out, quite big, because we have to fit three circles in it. 1, 2, 3, and each of these circles is going to represent a set. So one set is going to represent horror movies, which I'm going to call H. I'm just going to write it H equals horror. One is going to represent action, so A equals action, and one is going to represent comedies, so C equals comedies. Okay, so what are we told? We're told information about who liked what. We always start these, or at least I always start these, by filling in the center. The center is going to be the overlap of all three sets. So it's H intersection A intersection C, the people who like horror, action movies and comedy movies. Okay, and we're told that 10 people liked all three. So 10 is going to go here into our center of our Venn diagram. We also then could fill in our universal set number, which is all the people that were asked. So 60 people were asked. So I know that in this box I've got to get 60 people at the end. Okay, so I've got 60 altogether, I've got 10 in the middle. Now what do I know? I'm going to work from the center out. So what else am I told? I'm told some information about people who liked two things. 15 people liked action movies and comedies. So in this section here I have to have 15 people. But I already have 10 people, so in here I'm going to have 15 minus 10, which is 5 people. Okay, so there were 15 people that liked all three movies. Sorry, 15 people that liked action and comedy movies, but out of those 10 liked all three. They are included in that 15 people, so altogether I now have 15 people liking action and comedy movies. 14 people liked horrors and comedies. So between horrors and comedies, in this area here, there's 14 people. But again, 10 of those people are already accounted for because they like all three. So 14 minus 10 is 4. 4 people are going to go there. And then for horror and action, we're told 17 people. So 17 people like horror and action movies. 10 are already accounted for. And I have to put 7 here because 17 minus 10 is 7. Now if I didn't do that, if I didn't take away that 10 each time and I just filled in these numbers into the spaces, well, if you added up 28, 25 and 34, already you've got more than 60. So you can see that all these numbers here don't add up to 60. So there has to be a way of representing them that takes into account the facts of the matter, but that don't leave us with numbers adding up to more than 60. So far I have horror has got 7 and 10 and 4. What's that? 21. But altogether 28 people liked horror. So in this circle 28 people have to go into this circle. I've already got 7 and 10 is 17 and 4 is 21. So 28 minus 21 is going to give me 7 people. Goes in there. 7 and 7 is 14 and 10 is 24 and 4 is 28. Okay. Action. 25 people have to go in here. I've got 7 and 10 is 17 and 5 is 22. I've got to have 25. So if I've got 22 already, 25 minus 22 is 3. So 3 people are going to go in there. And for comedy, 34 people. I have 10 and 4 is 14 and 5 is 19. I should have 34 in this in the whole circle. 34 minus 19 is 15 people. Okay, do you see that? So 15 plus 5 is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus 4 is 34. That gives me that 34. Okay, let's try these questions. How many liked horror movies only? So horror movies only are going to be these 7 people. They're in the horror movie circle, but they don't like action movies, so they don't go in here. They don't like all three, so they don't go in here. And they don't like comedy, so they don't go in there. So those 7 people like horror movies only. Comedies, I should say, and action, but not horror. Actually, this is off the screen, so I'm going to do the answers up here. So this was 7. Comedies and action movies, but not horror. So comedies and action movies is this section here. Comedies, intersection, action. But those 10 people like horror movies, and I'm told that I'm not to count them. So it's only going to count these 5 people here. How many like comedies only? Well, again, a bit like the horror movies only, it's going to be these 15. The people who are in the comedy circle, but not in any other circle. How many liked one type of film? Well, that's our 15 here, our 7 here, and our 3 here, because they're only in one circle. So that's going to be 25 people. 15 plus 7 plus 3. How many liked exactly 2? Well, 7 people liked horror and action, 5 people liked action and comedy, and 4 people liked horror and comedy. So it's just these people, not these 10, because they liked all 3. But we're talking about which ones liked exactly 2. So 7 and 5 is 12 and 4 is 16. I hope that helps. I've got another video about when we are missing a value and we have to use X.